have another Brittany Dawn moment, you guys. You didn't even know. This is a surprise.
This is all one big lead up, one big winding road back to Brittany Dawn.
Exactly.
All
She's
roads
our
lead back to
latest favorite influencer.
B Dawn.
But
Badon.
we have Brittany Dawn has become a drama channel, you guys. She has opinions. She's talking about viral things just like we do. So we welcome her into the drama community. So yeah, let's hear. I will say right off the bat, there's a lot of we've already watched a video before on in one of our previous videos, where she was commenting on being canceled, and I feel like this has some of those vibes. So but let's just watch it. Let's see what you guys think,
Okay.
actually.
And Dante Bowie, is that how he pronounces his name? I had never heard of this guy
Bowie.
before. Bow. He's like a Christian artist who is a member of this band Maverick City Music.
Yeah, except not anymore apparently.
Okay. And which was a Christian leaning or a Christian rap, or was it even rap, or was it just he hung out with the rap? Well, we'll watch it. But basically the controversy was that, because in the video she sort of is responding to the backlash against him. Should I read this
she
first?
has an opinion.
Yeah.
I actually hate to say that I agree with her on this one. I never thought I would agree with Brittany Dawn. The moment, the dawn of me not agreeing
Dawn of
with
a new
Brittany Dawn
era.
is here.
Well, I have to say though, you're canceled. I take back everything I said.
Unfollow me.
Well,
Unfollow me.
Unfollow me.
yes, unfollow me, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
But at
That
this
your
point, I
take.
wouldn't even blame you guys if you do unfollow me because no, I actually think she's got a good take. Let's listen.
This is my response to Cam already preemptively agreeing with Brittany Dawn.
This is just stupid.
Okay, wait, let me just read this so people get the background, because I was kind of like lost a little bit just watching it because I didn't know who anyone was. So a 5-time Grammy nominated artist Dante Bowie has apologized for behavior that caused a break in his relationship with popular Christian band Maverick City Music. This platform of success I enjoy is a blessing that is both gifted to me and shared with you, my faith community, family, friends, supporters, and fellow artists, Bowie wrote in a post on Instagram. I sincerely apologize for the impact of my behavior and that it has offended many people on the platform we share together. As reported earlier this week, Maverick City Music put a pause on its relationship with Bowie due to behavior inconsistent with our core values and beliefs. The band did not give details about Bowie's behavior. However, several YouTube and TikTok accounts shared video of Bowie reportedly, not repeatedly, reportedly on a party bus dancing and singing with Bad Bunny. This is the big indiscretion. He's hanging out with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is a popular singer. Yeah. Bad Bunny is a popular singer whose lyrics are sexually graphic and violent. The secular performer made headlines a couple months ago for kissing a male dancer during a live MTV Music Video Awards. Woo!
I mean, scandalous.
So scandalous.
Absolutely scandalous. What, a rapper has like sexually explicit content? No.
Not even it's his. He's friends with him or was spotted with someone who has explicit content.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how dare he?
Yeah.
It's like, what world are? I have no idea who. You gotta be disconnected from reality to not realize. Like, obviously, music now is like that. There's so not even. It's not even rap music. It's just old music. It's the culture and the century that we live in. Like, what is?
Yeah.
What is this like attempt to return to the 1800s? Like, no, thank you.
Welcome to
They had a lot
America.
of
We're going
diseases
back
back
in time, erasing people's rights like we're 1905. Okay. It says others posted a portion of an interview circulated on social media several months ago where Bowie said he was looking forward to seeing Lil Nas X perform at the Grammys. Lil Nas X is an openly LGBT
Imagine
rapper.
I'm getting under fire for saying I look forward to seeing this performance. Jesus.
Unfollow me.
Wait, who said this?
Rachel.
Unfollow me.
What
was-
is she also going like? Is she just like channeling Pancake Gate?
Well, you got a lot to catch up on, Cam, okay? Both me and Mac have discovered a unlisted video from our good friend Kathy Heller. Oh, I sent it to you already. And I did a whole thing about
yeah,
it.
but I've not actually had time to watch it.
Yeah, that's where that comes from. She's like, if you don't love me, unfollow me. Don't write me mean things, which I agree with. Like,
So, okay,
yeah,
who came up with it first, Dave or Rachel?
Rachel did.
Oh,
Dave
so
stole it
Dave
from her.
plagiarized even Pancake Gate? Mm-hmm. Wow, well done, Dave.
Good job. Hold on. Good job, Dave.
Yeah.
That's what you get. Oh, Davey. Here's a good one. This is my new favorite soundbite, one of them. Dave, what did you want everyone to think of you and Rachel?
They truly have it all.
My God. I mean, that's probably true. You know. He did have it all, though. And
They
this is
truly
where
have it all.
I'm a little sad for him. He lost it all because of that toxic self-help industry. So
Okay, so this is the horrible indiscretions that this guy has done. He's liked somebody. He's been in the same vehicle as someone who has different thoughts than him, and he has said he's looking forward to someone who has different thoughts than him. Okay.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Okay, so this is so he got released. They're pausing the relationship with him because of these horrible things that he's done, and Brittany Dawn has something to say about it. And Cam agrees with her because she's a Britney stan. That's what I heard. Okay, here we go.
This whole Dante Bowes Maverick City.
Oh, hold on. So low. Brittany, speak
Oh,
up.
hi, Savvy. Hello.
Thing has me fired up, and probably not for the reasons you think I'm going to say. There is a lot of
Can you
stuff
hear
going
it?
around right now that is incredibly
kinda
disheartening to
low.
see as a Christian. Pointing fingers and shaming because it is now
So freaking low. Okay, try. I have them like blasted up. I'll mute myself.
this whole Dante Bowes Maverick City music thing has me fired up, and probably not for the reasons you think I'm going to say. There is a lot of stuff going around right now that is incredibly disheartening to see as a Christian. Pointing fingers and shaming because it is now the cool thing to cancel someone. And while I'm not here to condone the things that he's done, I am here to remind every Christian watching this that as his brother and sister in Christ, we are called to show him the same grace that Jesus Christ shows us every single day. We live in a graceless society that is so quick to toss someone to the curb, that is so quick to cancel someone with the most disgusting agenda. Let's not forget what you did yesterday that you had to repent for this morning. We have to do better, Christians. We are biblically called higher than to do what everyone else is already doing in this world. We are in this world, not of it. And while I'm on that tangent, let me just say this. If you are exalting a man, a group, or anything of that nature before you are exalting the King of Kings, that's an idol. As Christians, we have to stop putting these people on pedestals because the only one worthy of sitting on the throne is the King himself. People are going to let you down. People are going to fall short. For those who are saying they can no longer listen to Maverick City music, canceling them and throwing them under the bus, where is the grace in that? Where is Jesus in that? For all have fallen short of the glory of God, including you, including me. Dante Bowes, I hope you see that there are Christians praying for you, interceding on your behalf, and here to extend an olive branch of grace. And while I don't agree with the things that you've done, I hope you see this, that Jesus still sits on the throne. I hope you see in the middle of the comments and cancel culture that Jesus is moving in the middle of it all. I hope you see that your sin is no different than mine or anyone else's, and I hope you see grace and go running to the foot of the cross. And Christians, when things like this go down, the world watches how we respond as followers of Christ. Are we being the hands and feet of Jesus, or are we jumping on the cancel culture bandwagon mentality to feel better about ourselves and our sins? Because nowhere in the Bible does it say to cancel someone for falling into sin. It says to love them, show them grace, and forgive them.
Okay, so that's a lot of Jesus talk for me, but
You said you liked everything she said. You said it was amazing and there was no flaws.
yeah. But like seriously though, aside from the part where aside from the Bible chat, like take 80%. throw it out. Aside from the part where she's like, we shouldn't be canceled all the time, because that's very like I got canceled and it sucks. Um, aside from that, I do think she's got a point. Like, what the hell? But also aside from the fact that she's making it sound like this gigantic issue that just happened. So I'm like, okay, can
Unfollow
you
me.
just tone it down? Because yeah, because seriously, like it's not really that big a deal. They're talking as if like this gigantic sin has been committed. Like, calm down, everybody. Like, he just likes a rapper. He looks forward to a show. It's it's really not like that deep.
Yes. I mean, I'm confused, I guess, by the whole thing. She's like, Christians, like, yeah, I disagree with everything he did, but like we shouldn't tell other people that because other religions are gonna look to us and see what they, how we handle this. It's like, aren't you the ones who canceled him in the first place? It's not that like people are agreeing with the cancellation. Like, you canceled him, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know if she did it, but like, yeah, the Christians, I guess.
The, gr-
But
the,
I
the
think,
group themselves.
yeah, but I think, I like this is such a non-issue that I'm shocked that this has been made like public and it's like a thing, and this person is leaving a band for it. Like, I'm just shocked to the core that you
Yeah.
can tweet that I look forward to a show and then suddenly your band throws you out. Like, that's not
It's very Dave Ramsey. This band is the Dave Ramsey of music, apparently.
Dave Ramsey. How so?
Dave Ramsey, you can't have sex with your boyfriend if you work for him, if you're not married. You get fired.
I feel like that's got to be illegal.
You would think, but Dave thinks differently. Dave's like, no, I could fire you if you have green eyes. He has said that.
Yeah. I honestly like. I mean, seriously, like, what exactly? I feel like this either isn't the full story, and something did happen, or what? They broke up. Bands do, break up
Break up.
sometimes, but like, unless something did happen, but that's no, like, that's not real. Like, that cannot be possibly the full story, that he just tweeted something and he had a picture with like a rapper and that
This
was
is what
enough to
he
make.
said. This is his response to it. Isn't okay, not to like be funny, but isn't that like Dante's Inferno? Doesn't that mean like hell in some way? The name?
uh Dante.
Isn't that like Diablo Dante? Maybe he was set up for failure.
There is something there. Hold
He had
on,
no
hold on.
chance. Okay, this is what he said. In the meantime, this platform of success I enjoy is a blessing that is both gifted to me and shared with you, my faith community, family, friends, supporters, and fellow artists. I sincerely apologize for the impact of my behavior and that it has offended many people on the platform we share together. This experience has been a very real reminder of the importance of being incredibly intentional with how I utilize and engage with the tools social platforms provide. Throughout this process, I have received wise counsel which influenced my decision to take a step back and reflect about my actions so that I may recommit to living in the purpose God has for my life. I want to say thank you to Maverick City Music for their continued support now and always throughout this process. They have remained by my side, and for what I am truly grateful. With love, Dante.
Yeah, and fair enough. But the thing is, I feel like
What did you do?
this is a non-issue to me.
Yeah,
And I feel
100%.
like it's been turned into a thing, and I kind of don't understand, because I feel like Brittany Dawn, as much as she's problematic, she does have a point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, isn't Christianity all about being forgiving and just you know what I mean? Like, the
Only when
whole
it's your side, though. It's only forgiving when it's on your side of things. But that's my own interpretation of it. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But no, but seriously, that's what I feel. I feel like isn't it? You go to the church, you confess to the priest in order to have
That's
your
only
sins
Catholic.
forgiven. Like, all of that like clears you of sin. You're like, there's a whole thing about forgiveness and like how.
That's Catholics. Catholics are more, I mean, they're about forgiveness, but the confession part is only Catholic and the priests are only Catholic. Evangelical, which I believe is what Brittany Dawn is, they're very much more like Christians need to be in charge, is sort of like by any means necessary, sort of their message, especially of America. That's what
Catholics also would love to be in charge. So.
Yeah, less so though. I feel like I don't hear much. I mean, there's definitely complaints, but it's very insular to the Catholics. They're not like actively recruiting every day. I don't think as much as like the Hillsong churches of the world are. But maybe that's my perspective. I mean, I grew up Catholic, so I feel like they're no big deal. But maybe that's because I'm biased. I don't know.
I think it's just like on this side of the world, there's been a lot of battles of religion for a very long time. The Catholics
True.
did a lot of things, like they burnt people. So
yeah, no, I'm not saying that they're perfect, but at least in this sense, I think Brittany Dawn is speaking like prosperity gospel, which is more like Christians believe in Jesus, so therefore they'll be blessed with riches on earth, and you want to have a lot of money as a Christian because you can give back to the church more, and it's less about the rituals, it's more about what today puts Christians ahead and in charge. That's my take on it, but I don't know.
Yeah, what I wonder is who's pumping money into these churches. That's my question, because
Who's not?
They don't just happen, you know what I mean? They need to have money in order to thrive. And someone is, because at least in Europe, you should see the freaking insane cathedrals and churches. Those were not made with like, a little money. They
Pennies.
had gigantic money. And
You
I'm
want to
like,
see one of my favorite preachers online? I'm sure there's more. Hold on. Real Talk Kim.
Oh, you had a point about Dante, by the way. Dante Alighieri is the writer of the Inferno.
See, he was screwed from birth. Don't give him the name Dante if you don't want him to stand next to Bad Bunny, okay? Yeah, and that's a great point, what Mandy's saying. In the United States, all churches, all religious organizations are tax-free. So you don't have to pay taxes, and you get tax breaks when you give to a church. So there's a lot of incentive to be able to have a religious organization and be very successful monetarily. I've been waiting to fucking bring this lady up. She's not the worst ever. There's like there's actually, I think it still exists. It's like Preachers and Sneakers is another great Instagram that shows like all of these preachers with like, and pastors and ministers, whatever, in like, Gucci and, $10,000 outfits, suits, and they're on stage getting Porsches from their parishioners. And here's just one that like pisses me off for some reason. She's a pastor at a small church in Georgia, and every single video essentially she's wearing like Gucci, and she's got a G-Wagon, and she wears all these like very high fashion, not high fashion, but like Chanel, Louis Vuitton bags, traveling, staying at the like fanciest hotel. She's a pastor, and she flaunts this life as if this is like, Jesus chose me to be rich. Meanwhile,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, she's living tax free.
Jesus because she would be rich.
It's
So,
crazy. It's insanity to me that people are not like torching her house down. Like, this is what she's posting of herself.
wow.
Where's
That is
Jesus
not
in
very
this?
modest of her.
Yeah, where's the Jesus in this?
Aren't you meant to be modest as a Christian?
I mean, she's covered up, but
I feel like I'm more of a Christian than her.
I don't know. Like, she can say whatever she wants and
And
do
I'm
whatever
an
she wants,
atheist.
but yeah, for the
the
record. Yeah. But it's just like, okay, is this the one? Look at that. That's like, a $5,000 suit probably. She's like, oh, here, guys, I'm here to tell you about Jesus. Jesus was not very into money, from what I remember from my Bible study back in the day.
Wow.
Jesus was not
No,
very much
Jesus
about
absolutely
materialism.
was all about modesty. That's what I know about. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. This the whole all of the religions are about like modesty. I
It's
don't know of any
changed.
religion that is not about being modest and just like, not
Nowadays, though,
flaunting your wealth
nowadays
and
it's
stuff.
changed. The evangelical, like non-denominational churches have really changed things, and it's made it dangerous for people because now there's nothing to give up. Like if you become a priest, you're now there's it's bullshit. Okay, let's just say that. But when you join the priesthood, you have to give up sex, you have to be celibate, you have to give up all of your wealth, and you have to, in some cases, depending, well, I guess you're more nuns, but some of them take like vows of silence. Like that's how serious they are sacrificing their life for God. Okay, so a lot of people are turned off by that. Like, well, I want to live in a mansion. I want to do like normal stuff. So then this new sect of like Christianity is you can be rich even more than you could be working at, a normal job and get praised for being the deliverer of Jesus's word and have no taxes. Like it's crazy.
But
That
my question is, how do they do it though? Like you can just set up your own church? Can I just go
yeah.
and like file
Yes.
as
Yes.
a church LLC? CAMS?
Yes.
What would they call it? CAMS?
Atheist Club, ACA. I'm like getting like
CAMS
heat rash.
Inferno.
I'm upset about it.
CAMS Inferno LLC church.
You
I don't
can.
know. Like what do you do? You file it with the government?
Yeah. Yes.
You can just make a church?
Yes. There's obviously things you have to show. Like
Can
there
we
has to be a
register
certain
our
number.
YouTube channel as a church?
I don't know. I don't know. You have to have certain
We
regulations, but
are
it's not.
officially a church
It's
starting
like a
now.
dozen people you have to have that are under it. There has to be certain things that you meet in a certain time or something. Like there's certain requirements, but they're not like ridiculous. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, Cringe-Fluencers is a church now.
Yeah, Kris Jenner
I have
has a
decided.
church. It's a way to funnel money.
Scams. That is
Scams.
hilarious.
That's good. I can't believe you even thought about that with Cam scam. Cam scam.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
I'm trying to find like this I don't hear it anymore, see it anymore. The Preachers in Sneakers. It was such a good Instagram. Oh, it's Preachers in Sneakers. Okay, here. That's crazy.
117,000 followers. Wow.
Well, this is against them. This is sort of like my side of things, where it's like, let's out these people. So this person actually like goes, thanks, Megan, goes and like follows preachers and then shows like how expensive their outfits are. So like this
Oh,
one,
I love this kind of like Instagram
exposure.
um accounts. God, my brain. Sorry. I feel like I don't know, but yeah, there's another one that I follow who does this. And they do it with the self-help gurus, and I love it. I love to see them exposed like that.
Yeah, I'm all for it. It's like, come on, man. Like, okay, $160 jacket. Like, okay, that's not that crazy. But if you were truly in it for God, for Jesus, would you be interested in like designer clothes? I just think not. But I think the real reason that it's appealing is because you get to dress up like this and be better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. I
I
know a
know
lot of
it's
people think it's okay. I don't. I think it's completely ridiculous. Tax yourself. Like if this is where the money's going, that is unfair. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and what do they call it? Expenses? I just expense like
Yeah.
a $500 like shoe or something.
Well, they got to be on stage. So they get probably a wardrobe fee or whatever, like a wardrobe allowance. He's got to buy Balenciagas, And the bigger the church, the bigger same thing. Like, okay, the Justin Bieber guy, the guy from Hillsong, he had like all of these, designer clothes. He had the hair, he had the muscles. He was hanging out with Justin Bieber, and he's a cheater too. It's very disheartening.
What a shocker.
Yeah.
What a shocker. Yeah,
Anyways.
these churches are bizarre. I don't know if that's possible here because there aren't any aside from the major church, the
Yeah,
Protestant,
I
I
think
think.
it's a United States issue, I would
Okay.
imagine. And there's this whole thing I saw on TikTok the other day. It's like the seven, and someone probably can correct me in the comments, but it's like the 7 hills of Christianity or something. It's like the new idea, or maybe not new, but it's the idea that Christians should, to lead a nation correctly, need to be in all these influences of power. So it's like 7 of them. It's like the 7 mountains that they're trying to get to the top of, which is like media, school, healthcare, and like a couple other ones. And I was like, oh my God, like it's so true, because every like major, not every, but a lot of the major hospitals are run by Christian organizations in some way, shape, or form, whether it's Catholic or Christian. Like almost all of them. Like even the huge ones are religiously affiliated. Education is becoming slowly, like the big move is to start to go over into school choice and to have, you know, money be funneled to parents to be able to put their kid in Christian academies or Christian schools as opposed to public schools. Like media, you know, there was back in the day the televangelism was huge, and before that whole thing blew up. So it's like it's sort of working.
It's going backwards. Like over here on this side, we're making like bars and gay clubs in churches, and you guys are like going the other way.
No abortion rights, taking away Supreme Court decisions from, 40 years ago. It's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
The government is the biggest scam. I should do an
Yes.
episode on scams. I heard you
Cam
guys.
scams. I love it.
I feel like that's like Dante. If I call my channel Cam Scams, like I'll be canceled for doing a scam of sorts, and then everyone will be like, "Haha!" Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. School choice is a huge issue that is pretty close to my interest level, because when I was in journalism, I worked on a piece on the video side. I didn't do any of the research side, but I just helped them make their news story into a video. And I got to go to all these interviews and stuff. And in Florida, at least, there's millions, if not billions of dollars that are being funneled through taxes into these schools that are run out of like strip malls. And the people who run them, there's no qualifications at all. You can be like, there's like a 21-year-old principal, and there's like no education requirements whatsoever. So it's a giant scam that's being perpetrated by the government, basically, or through the government, through taxes. And we did a whole expose about it, and people were like, unbothered. Don't care.
Wow.
Yeah. Or they're like, well, I'd rather have my kids learning from a Christian woman than from a woke, leftist. It's like, okay, whatever.
Well,
So, yeah.
I mean, if you have money
times.
to get your kids Gucci belts, and because if they're gonna learn from that woman, it's gonna be a bit of an expensive child to raise.
Apparently.